You've obviously had a lot of injuries to deal with over recent weeks and months. What's the situation heading into Spurs? Anyone back? Anyone unavailable that we're not expecting to be?
I don't know. What do you expect?
Lots of injuries?
No. Yeah, we have had a lot of injuries. And to this week in the training, so last couple of days, where Licia Martinez training, Casemiro training, Luke Shaw training. There are players returning, and they are coming in for selection for Sunday.
Oh right, so that's a boost then. And anyone else? Anthony, Ericsson,
and Anthony. So Ericsson was ill in the week. He will return. Anthony will return. I thought you mentioned longer terms and unexpected, but they will return as well. So Ahmad will return. So we have more choices in this moment in the squad to make to put out a start 11 and to create a bench stronger.
One player who obviously is not going to be available is Jadon Sancho. What are your thoughts about him moving to Dortmund? Clearly, that has been an issue that we've asked you about a lot. What do you hope to get out of this loan as far as Manchester United are concerned?
Well, I hope he's doing well. So I wish him the best of luck.
Is that?
That's it. I hope he's doing well and it will be a success. So.
And the other player that people are talking about is Hannibal. Obviously played the other night. Will he go on loan somewhere? Is that what you think now you've got all these players back?
No, it's not. They are returning. I think you are a step ahead. So when I talk about Licia Martinez returning, Casemiro returning, for instance, but they were a long time away. Mason Mount will return, will take a little bit longer. But there are some more. Tyrone Malacia will return as well. Victor Lindelof is also on his way back, but then still takes some weeks, but also takes time to get back into match fitness.
So, sorry, is Hannibal going to go on loan?
Oh, when we have the news, well, we will tell you.
Eric, you talk about the players returning. How much of a relief is it that you're finally getting more players back, more options?
Nah, I'm not sure. The word relief is the right thing. First, it has to happen, that they are back, and but it is positive that they are back on the training ground, and that they go back to the team, and then to 100% match fitness.
Just following up on Simon's question about Jadon Sancho, what does he have to do at Dortmund to get back into the first team at Manchester United?
I replied yes. I think it's enough.
Eric, Tottenham obviously provided stiff opposition when you played them earlier in the season. What do you make of them, and what do you see in the job that Ange Postecoglou's done to change the way they play?
Oh, it's definitely different. So I think it's a really big compliment the way they played. So he changed the environment there. They play really proactive. It's very enjoyable to watch them with a lot of dynamics. Very proactive. And they combine it with good results. But also when we play them over there, and I think that is what we can take. We can take belief out of that. That in the first, I would say, especially 35 minutes, we dominate them, and we should have go in the lead, but we didn't. And so we have to make our own luck, and we have to take control of the game, and then we have to finish the chances.
And in terms of what you now want to achieve in the second half of the season, you talk about players coming back, returning to fitness, giving strength to the squad. You've got a mini break coming up as well after this game. How much does it affect what you want to achieve, the results of this game?
Sunday is most important, and I don't look further as that. And yeah, in the background, of course, we organize, and we know we have to prepare, say, second season half. And I know, so we have to make the best program for all the players. And so we have a group of players who have to make the last step into match fitness. So they need a different program than the players who are all the time were available and had a tough program in 2023. So yeah, there will be a little bit different approach in the coming weeks going up to the next FA Cup round.
Thank you.
Just talking about injuries, you said a couple of weeks ago that you'd had 10 different centre-back combinations this season. How important is it for you to have a kind of a settled back four in terms of the rhythm of the team and kind of their composure?
What you actually want is a team with stable, and so it doesn't matter that you have to swap one player from one game to the other game, or maybe two, but not so many swaps as we were forced to in the last, I would say, year. And I said previously, even over my total course here, we didn't had the opportunity to play so often in a fit squad, and that you can pick the team. It depends on the approach you want to take to a game.
Hi, Eric. You mentioned Anthony's back. He's a player that you know well. When you bought him, the club backed your judgment and paid a big price for him. But this season he has no goals, no assists. Are you surprised at that? I mean, and how do you explain how he's struggled to adapt to the Premier League? Because obviously you knew him at Ajax. Can you explain why that is? And can you understand if fans are losing patience with him because he's not delivered on the fee yet?
I can explain. I think it's very simple. I think his off-field issues stops him playing because. So I don't agree. I think first year was okay, and I think pre-season was very okay. First 4 games were very good. For instance, I've seen the game against Spurs back. He was playing a very good game over there, but from the moment off, he was out. And then he came back. He didn't deliver the performance we should expect from him, and he can do so much better. And yeah, if you mention Ajax, also I look back there. So his effectiveness, so his end product was very high there. Also Champions League, very high. So I'm sure he's capable of doing this by. Bringing key actions, key passes, the crosses, the finishing. So his end product in Ajax was very high, and he should return to that levels. But of course, Premier League is more difficult, but he's capable of doing it.
But you still think he's been troubled by the off-field issues? You mentioned that. Do you still think that's mentally?
It has to have an effect.
Yeah.
It has to have impact on him, definitely. And so he has to deal with that. So he cost them. So he has to sort them out. We will give him all the support, but he has to do better.
Eric, Dave's mentioned Anthony there, and some of the other guys have mentioned Sancho. The club signed 13 players for more than £50 million in the last 9 or 10 years. Pogba, Anthony, Maguire, Lukaku, Sancho, Casemiro, Højlund, Fernandes, Di Maria, Martinez, Mount, Wan-Bissaka and Fred. Obviously, there's a couple there that it's still early days with. But why have so few failed to really deliver for the price tag and the expectations on them? And how important going forward is that if players are brought into this football club for big money, that they really do justify that price tag?
First of all, and I've said it more early on, so playing for Man United is so much different than playing for any other club. It's so much more difficult to play for Man United and to perform for Man United as you can do for another club. So you need very strong character to perform, to deal with high expectations. And of course, when then the price is too high or high, then the expectations will rise even more. So you have to you need even more strong characters. But and I said it previously, but this is the best club you want to play for. This is the best challenge you want to go for, and so I would go for that challenge if I had a choice to make if I was a player and the opportunity came up. So, but be aware, it's, and I don't want to mention a particular club, but it's so much easier to perform in in a lot of clubs than as for Manchester United.
But if you look, say at City, who have spent similar amounts on, I think they've signed, looking here, 15 players for more than 50 million. Grealish, Guardiola, De Bruyne, Diaz, Rodri, Laporte, Cancelo, Haaland, Doku, Mendy, Stones, Kyle Walker. A lot of those players have really delivered for the money. I mean, there's a huge contrast in the success of City's big money signings and United's big money signings. Is it an identification issue that you may be targeting the wrong players?
So I know that everything is very highlighted in the moment. The performers are not there. But don't forget, last season everyone was telling, hey, the signings from Manchester United were very good, because as a team we performed. Everyone was telling how great Licha Martinez was doing. How everyone was telling me, Christian Eriksen is a top signing. Malacia, very smart. Then we had Anthony, was doing okay. So I want to say, Casemiro, brilliant. Everyone was telling last season, and so it's really what we judge them in the moment, and I think all the signings are top players, and what we have to find now is a way that we perform as a team. So then as a club, and then you will judge them very differently. And we have to understand and to acknowledge, we have to do it together. So we have to be on the same page. We are in the same boat. We have to perform together. And then all those players, they are very good signings.
Thank you.
Last questions. Anthony Martial was injured for almost the entirety of the summer, and he couldn't change clubs. He's been unwell for all of the transfer windows so far, which would prohibit a possible transfer. Is he okay? Do you expect him back anytime soon? Or some fans speculating he's trying to dodge a transfer?
So, he's not fit, so he's not okay. So we want all the players be fit, prepared for the game. So in this moment he is not, and we have to make him fit. It's his job as well to get ready for the next game. But in this moment he isn't. He is on medical treatment, and he has to recover.